Hey, Jono here, thank you for joining me for the Hunter Call of the Wild. Episode 11. We're gonna see if Mr. Black is at the lake. I'm gonna just slap a waypoint down. The wind's not terrible. Obviously west would be the best. But we'll see if he's there. I'm gonna try a couple of things. Someone left a comment on the video I did for this mission saying that they were surprised that it's got such a reputation for being so hard because they did it like almost immediately. I can't remember exactly how they worded it, but it kind of sounded like they almost just zoomed the camera in and took a photo. So they were like, well, you know, that was easy. And I'm like, well, I don't know whether they've tweaked this mission since I've done it, because in the first two reserves, if you zoomed in the camera at all, it just seemed to void.
This here is Belmont Lake. Quite the place, isn't
Actually, I'm going way too fast.
I guess I can see why Mr. Black picked this place for a photo op, huh?
I should slow right down. Even though we're a couple hundred meters away, I've quite possibly spooked him already. Crappy. Yeah, in the first two reserves, if you zoomed in on the camera, it didn't seem to work. Like, for any missions, it's just like, no, doesn't matter if you zoom in and the animal takes up 90% of your screen and you take a photo, they're like, no, it doesn't count because you zoomed in. Making you wonder why the hell they bothered with a zoom option. But on the other reserves, it sometimes works. Not always, but sometimes.
You know, I spotted some tracks here, close to where you're at right now.
I'm
I'll send the
hoping they've
coordinates.
tweaked this, because this mission is such a headache. But yeah, it's just another white tail.
There he is.
There he is.
Yeah, just as Trampfine described him. Big one.
Okay.
Be careful
So
now.
that's the fur type complete.
Better not hurt it. Or Trampfine would be very upset.
Okay, hang on. Let's just see what that is. Yep, harvest wildlife down from a ground blind. Okay. So, I'm gonna try... no. Problem is he's so far away. Yeah. He is in a really interesting spot here. Well, I've come in at a real interesting spot. Usually I don't get such a nice clear shot of him. But yeah, I was hoping if I zoom in, I'll get away with it. But clearly that's not the case. Though I have heard too that it's something to do with how much of that center rectangle he takes up. But yeah, photo missions in this game are real finicky. In fact, it's gonna suck for viewing, but okay, he's roughly 168 meters away. But this mission, I just think, is like an awful mission to throw at you this relatively early in the game. I mean, granted, you could be doing the other reserve first, but I don't have any perks unlocked to make myself less visible and quieter. he's in a god-awful spot. Because once we get down to, like, being real close to him, it's this long grass. So trying to work out where he is a nightmare. Normally, I find him just in the middle of this crap, so I'm actually surprised. That's what I was saying earlier, coming from this angle. I've got no idea if he can... Well, if he's staying to be alert, because I don't have that ability. I'm trying to get that to really be on him. And yeah, it's just all around, I'm like, man, this mission, what were they thinking? It is a doozy. And I don't think the tent tactic works. See. And of course there's that whitetail right by him. In fact, actually zoom out. Yeah, see, he's starting to, yeah, now he's alert. This video might be a bit different to others because I'll try, depending how many attempts it takes, I might edit it down because it takes so long to kind of go from the outpost to here that I don't really want to subject you to like 5 attempts that take 10 minutes each. So I might just edit it down to keep us all sane. So this, obviously you'll know by looking at the time of the episode whether it's a much shorter one. And then this is the problem. You have to crawl to him with this long grass that you can't see him through. That's why I always put down a waypoint marker. So he's roughly 70 meters away. But even then, you want to get real close, but he might be gone. I have no way of telling. Unless I risk poking, like standing up. I'll try to spotting that tactic again. Sometimes I have found missions will accept a photo if I've spotted the animal and have them highlighted. When I take the photo, there's one mission, you have to take a photo of an animal while you're prone. And I tried it on so many animals. And it just wouldn't accept them. And then it was nighttime and there was like a moose resting or something, and I spotted it, took a photo, and it was like, yep, that's fine. It was like, really? Out of all the photos I've taken, this garbage one is the one? So I'm going to try it now. I don't even know if he's still there. Yep. Snappity, 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 snappity. Go, come on.
Good.
There we go.
The picture. I suggest
nice,
you clear
first
out
try.
before he notices you.
And I could shoot him, but he will not die. He is immortal. Alright, cool. Glad to get that one out of the way. Did I have anything involving whitetails? Ah, okay. I didn't notice this one. It just popped up. Okay. That's quite easy. Don't even have to shoot one. That's in Runachi, that's in Runachi, and that's in South Lake. So, nothing that I have to do. There's a nice male I wanted to shoot. Where are you? See, is that Mr. Black? Yeah. Tempted to show him, but there's absolutely no point. Right. Just some extra points for me, for the rifle. I was thinking before, like, oh no, see, I was shooting blacktail like that, and they just wouldn't go down. So, oh, look at that. Oh, perfect heart shot. Nice. And on a gold. Yeah, I think they've changed... Yeah, they've changed to whitetail now. They go from 1 to 3. Which, I'm not terribly sure why they did that. But the blacktail... Are they still 1 to 5? Maybe they're just as, not just as, but maybe they're still real beefy. Alright, well that's cool. We got Mr. Black, and as a bonus, he was a different fur colour. So we got Doc at the same time. So let's have a look again. I think we'll go for that one. Part of me wants to... Yeah, actually, a change of plan. We're just going to head towards this outpost, hoping to spot a coyote. Just so that I can see what the next coyote mission is. I don't want to look it up. I don't want anything like that. But because if the next one is harvest a coyote, like in Belmont, anything like that, I'd rather be like doing that at the same time as looking for bears. I don't want to spend all this time in Belmont bear hunting and coming across coyotes only to find, hey, actually there's a need zone. Huh. I guess I didn't find the need zone for a coyote. I thought I did, because I spotted it around this lake. Yeah, I don't want to just spend all this time looking for bears and coming across coyote in Belmont. And then coming back to this mission, completing it, and getting told, you know, harvest a coyote in Belmont. Like, oh, for God's sake. And even if it's like harvest a coyote in Leviathan Lake, it's like, well, you know, okay. I wasn't to know. I mean, the only other thing is the story-related mission to harvest coyotes at night in the Leviathan Lake. So, to be honest, I could just ignore it until that point. I will spot it by default doing that. Either way, let's unlock this outpost. And if we come across one, though, it's raining now, so we might have zero luck with that. But I might get lucky. I might even find a need zone or something. That would be handy to have. What is the time? Zip. No. What do I care? Yeah, a need zone would be handy. Coyote ones are definitely the sought after for me. Just because they can be a nuisance to hunt, and it's nice when you can set up everything to be in your favour. But yeah, we'll just unlock this outpost. Infectors there. No. We'll trigger these 3. Ah. Well, that was lucky. So much for my, like, 0 chance. Problem is, it's their stupid slope. I'd like to be invisible. Problem is, this is way too thick. Surprised I can't. Whatever. Gonna move to. I know I'm visible. I just no good me going where I can't see anything. Yeah. And I haven't leveled up at all, have I? No. Problem is the rain's gonna make it harder. It makes me quieter, allegedly, but it makes them harder to hear, which is not the best trade. And we're perfect spot, mission area wise. Don't have to worry about spooking it outside of the mission area. But yeah, not the most ideal place to be. She could come around this way. If I'm lucky, she'll come this sort of way. Because I'd like to spot her, see what the next mission is, because sometimes you can get lucky where it might be like, you know, spot it, then the next mission's like down with a shotgun or something. It's like, alright, well I've already lured it out to be spotted, maybe I can just shoot around into her at the same time. The coyote missions are definitely the one where I'm more than happy to stack them. That rain's gone, but the wind's still here. Just let me get a look at you. Yeah, see the winds. Mixed bag. The wind direction, sorry. If it goes this way, it could be terrible for me. If it goes this way, that's better. But I'd kind of like to circle around counterclockwise a bit, because it is. Alright. Harvest 2 down with a rifle. Actually, I won't, because we're rather close to here. I mean, that's the perfect shot, though, but I won't do it. Yeah! Even though I said just before you might be able to stack them. Not in Leviathan Lake. Not here. So... But that's exactly what I was talking about. Now, in Belmont, I can... If I come across any coyotes, I can go after them and it'll work towards that. What am I thinking? I know what I'm thinking. What have I got? Handgun, shotgun. Okay, so I need to swap out. Well, I don't need to swap out. I need to add a rifle to my... I mean, I could use the Magnum, but I'd rather go for the proper harvest. Is that the same one? Ugh. I think so. Have they changed the fur on the coyotes? Does anyone know if that's been updated at some point? Because I just noticed of the last few that I've harvested, I find they look way more scraggly, if that makes sense. They look a little more like feral. I'm hoping for Roosevelt elk, but I don't think they even come into here. Yeah, so I'm spooking you. I hope I'm not going to mess with your... I won't be coming back for a while. They just, yeah, to me they look a little more feral, if that makes sense. They just, maybe I'll if I've got any images from older missions of harvest screens, I might slap up a side-by-side comparison to when we shot the other episode and one from then, because they just look, it might just be me thinking of like other animals. Nice. I think that's like the third time that I've managed to level up through checking out a point of interest. Like it's just enough. Alright, so I think we are still plowing through with this one, aren't we? Because I want... something from here. Isn't that right? Or am I under ambusher? Ah, yeah, here. Glad I checked. That's right. Yeah. So... handy. Though, probably should have gone for the 5% extra money from missions, but... alright, we spend one more... and then we can go. I just hate the way we start with that. Yeah, see that's... so the blacktail are bigger, I guess. They go 1 to 3, and that's why it's so weird with this ammo, shooting them point blank. Sorry, like, front on. Doesn't penetrate and hit the heart, but with a whitetail it will. Because as I was saying last episode, I always just mix the two, not mix the two, mix the two up. In terms of, like, looking at them, I'll be like, I don't know if it's a blacktail or a whitetail. despite how many hours I've sunk into this game, I'm still like, blacktail or whitetail? Don't know. I mean, I think the color of the tail gives it away, but blacktails are obviously darker. But yeah, I'm hopeless at that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they've changed the whitetails. Unless they're always up to 3, but I'm certain they weren't. Because I remember going to the Mexican map. Alright, cool. Now am I invisible if I stand up? There we go. Not gonna get any more at this range. That's fine. But yeah, I went to the Mexican reserve. There we go. Just a nice 7 meters to the lung. That's what I want. That's what I want with the shotgun. Thank you. Nice dollop of cash. And it should be a nice trophy weapon score. Yeah, 48. Okay. Where's that outpost? This way a bit. Yes, I went to the Mexican map and I was at a lake and there's all these whitetail drinking and all these males and I'm like, man, all these males are like awful. They're all 1s and 2s. Like, where's the 3s and 4s? And I was like, oh, screw it. I think I was testing out a DLC weapon and I bagged a 2 and it was a gold and I was like, wow, a gold from a 2? That's... what the hell's with that? And then looking at the trophy rating and all that, I was like, oh, maybe they've changed it. Because if I'd seen a 3, it's possible I would have been like, I'm not even going to bother shooting that because it probably won't even be a gold. And it's like, no, a 3 would have been a diamond, like, most likely. Okay, so... storage. We want the ranger for coyote. So I get to keep the shotgun. So in that case, how am I doing for ammo for the ranger? 41. Heaps. But the shotgun's low. I'm gonna buy some more shotgun rounds. Oh, I can access birdshot now? That's good to know. I might buy... they're not DLC, are they? No, because you're in here. These are all like DLC ones. 20 of them. 20 of them. So now if I come across rabbits, I can actually change the ammo to be rabbit friendly. And I don't need to grab anything. Okay. So. Oh no, I've already put a tent there. I'm a clever lad. I'm a clever clogs. So I'm going to... which way's the wind? East. Ah, that's actually good. I'm going to start here. And then I'm going to head towards here. Somehow. And we'll hopefully come across bears and coyotes on the way. And then I'll get to that Hope's Camp set up a blind. The great thing with my tent there is I don't have to carry a blind to it. Because I can see up my tent. Depending, I might set up the blind where the actual blind structure would be. Because I meant to build it and it's like $2,000. And I mean, I got 47 grand now. I'm starting to do pretty well for money. But, oh yeah, I've got to buy that other rifle for that mission. So, and that's the thing, that could be like 50 grand. And it's like, oh, well, there goes all my money. So right now, building hunting blinds and that, it's not really a smart move to just go willy-nilly. I think you get 100 XP for building them. See, there we go. I just gotta remember what's in there. Yeah, I think you get 100%, 100 XP for building them, but they cost like $2,000, so building them for the XP is just not worth it in my opinion. Not early on. I mean, that's why I check out the areas of interest, the points of interest and all that, because that doesn't cost me anything to open that up and get 100 XP. But yeah, to be like, oh, I'll just blow like 2 grand on a blind that I'll never use. Crouchy crouch. Look how many there are, but they're slightly too far away. I think a female's better than a male. I think the female weighs more. Man, if I had my 22... Yeah. No, it'd be right if they weren't alert. It's great when they just bolt a bit and then just freeze. Okay, coyote. In fact, let's just swap out the ammo. I prefer to keep bigger game ammo in place because actually I don't want to harvest you if you're right by... Oh no, never mind. I think there's a mission later on at this lake. Here's fine. I'm gonna lose those tracks, but hoping for coyote. Moose. Where'd the coyote ones go? Have I lost them? Really wish that hitting cancel or accept did not make you move when you're holding the hunter, mate. Alright, I don't know where he went. This track's somewhere stupid. Yeah, Hope's Camps is a little closer than I would have liked. I mean, I don't have to go there now, but I just figured with the wind direction in my favour, I might come across a bear. So it's possible that I can get a beer from the blind at Hope's Camp. I think originally, like before I started playing this game, the mission used to be harvest a beer from the blind at Hope's Camp, like not just any animal, that had to be a beer. And I think people were just like, this is just, there's no bears that come through. We'll see how it goes, because I did see whitetail tracks there when I put my tent up, but it's a tough mission at this point in the game, because I think the animals I've heard giving out calls in the past have been moose and bears, and even though I was just saying people were having a hell of a time, the problem is I don't have a caller for either, so a moose is calling out nearby. Sure do hope that you come over to my blind by pure luck. And it's such a small mission area. In fact, let's change the mission. Yeah, it's a small mission area. So if you're really lucky, you'll have a need zone, but I've never been able to get a need zone in the mission area. And I've never seen anything. Well, no, I've never seen anything. I've completed that mission twice, but real messily. I think the last time I did it, a female moose managed to sneak up on me. Somehow, like, it just out of nowhere appeared, and I was on the opposite side of the blind. So by the time I quickly turned around, got my white rifle out, tried lining up a shot, it just took off, and I think I ended up shooting it in like the intestines or something. It was a real awful setup. But that wind's in a horrible spot. Be amazing if I could get a coyote to like come into the mission area. It's not going to work. The wind's in the wrong direction. It's too alert. Forget it. Knowing my luck, it will run into here before I can set up a blind, because God, that would be amazing if I could just set up a blind, hop in and instantly bag something. But the problem with setting up blinds is they make noise that spooks everything. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, see, moose. See, the annoying thing is, yeah. So normally I set up my blind like right by the blind, because I kind of figured, well, that way, if you don't have blinds, you can at least, if you don't have portable blinds, I'm going to get rid of the shotgun, and scroll on down. If you don't have portable blinds, you know, at least it's like, well, I set up where you would have to use a blind anyway. So if you're like, oh, that's a useless video, because, like, the blind, I'm not going to do it this time, because screw that. Last time it appeared basically where my tent is. Not saying it'll be in the exact same spot, but see, I can hear that. I just don't know if it's going to hear. Just slap that that down. I haven't been in one of these in so long. It's been so long I forgot how to stand up. But see, this is one I was saying just before. That calls out. I can't do nothing, but this is a much nicer spot than where the blind actually is. And yeah, I seriously, if portable blinds are DLC only for you, wait till the next sale and just pick them up. The blinds and the tents. I mean, you get to set up a portable fast travel point, which is great. How far is that mission area? Oh yeah. See, that's the thing, I can't be like, oh, it's right there, and then shoot it and be like, oh, it's not in the mission area. But yeah, those tracks coming through, I don't know how old they are. I didn't really get a chance to look at any droppings. If I hadn't heard that female calling out, what I normally do is grab a blind and then follow tracks, hoping to come across a need zone in the area, because if there's a need zone in the area, I'd definitely set up shop at that time, like we'll do with South Lake. But yeah, a lot of the mission area is just garbage anyway. Hunting stand, I prefer missions where you have to hunt from a hunting stand in the blind. And the thing I don't like about structured blinds as well is you've got no control over the view, because one side of it, basically a whole quarter of the blind is a wall that you there's no window. So, and I think that's what happened to me the first time trying to do this mission, was I built the blind, was standing in it, and there was something like behind me where I could not get a shot at it. And I was like, really? Out of all the directions, they often just seem to come up this way. So, yeah, I definitely think if for whatever reason you don't have portable blinds or tents, buy them. Have all the DLC gear. Buy them. They're so, especially for missions for blinds. I mean, I can't remember last time I actually did any hunting from a blind, like outside of a mission. But yeah, that and hunting stands. I also missions, I never bother with them. But for completing missions, so much easier. So I got my door opposite to where the moose might come from. Ah, that sucks, the wind. I'd love to get the beer because that would go towards hope as well. But I'm going to be shit out of luck. I mean, seriously, dude, out of all the directions you could come, you came where the wind is blowing. I'm sure I saw it, like, that by. But there's also that horrible dip in the ground. See, with wind, they're not gonna come closer. At least if they think they've spotted me, they stand up, they kind of decide what to do for a while. But with wind, it's like, nah, see you later. Damn, that sucks. That would have been awesome to have had a bear come along and good amount of, yeah, space. And the problem is with a blind, yeah, once you set it up, it just automatically spooks everything in the area. Because I remember trying, I was like, oh, I'll carry a blind on me for some other mission. And then when I see an animal, it's like, right, I'll set up my blind. But even if they were like hundreds of meters away, as soon as I set that blind up, they just took off. So it's not like I can be like, oh, this view's terrible, I'll move to get a better spot. No, my luck, it's just somewhere stupid, like right there. And the scope isn't as good. But yeah, at least with a portable blind, you know, sure it sucks if the animal's there, but at the very least I can still kind of have a chance to see it. But with a structural blind, nope, you're just out of luck. There's like 25% chance that the animal will come from the direction where you can't see it. So I'm wondering, because that moose is not around, that bear isn't gonna help me out. I'm wondering if I go out and just see what I can see, track-wise, just see what I can see. I mean, if that bear's still there, well, the wind's gonna piss it off anyway. But that's the thing, I couldn't call the moose, I can't call the bear. And this seems to be a, like, moose and bear territory. So those tracks will be very old now. But one thing they changed ages ago that I kind of wish they would bring back was your hunter mate would be an orangey colour. An orangey colour when you're in a mission area. I might try calling them in, but which is good for like missions like this. I can kind of understand why they changed it, because it made it sort of uglier looking at that screen. But it also, for small mission areas, nice knowing when you're about to cross over outside of the area. But yeah, see, it's approaching evening time. I can't remember what a real good time to be here is. Clearly a moose passes through at some point, but I couldn't tell you when. I mean, if those were like fresh tracks, you'd be like, right, well, I'll fast travel. See, a blind here is not a bad area because you've got so much open space. You just got the hill is a problem. I'm just looking for a need zone or tracks to give me some kind of way to work this out. I don't really want to be in the blind at night. Let's see, we're getting too close. That's what I hate with this mission. It's such a small mission area. Most of the animals that go through the mission area you cannot call. You also got the wind potentially messing things up for you. Especially with coyote and bears, because they're way more like cautious about that. Yeah, the idea is that you'll spot something over here. But see, a lot of the view's just terrible. And of course, if it comes from this way, you can't see it because of the blind's wall. Let me just look over here. I don't know where that bear... Well, I'm sure I saw him or heard dart through a bush or something, but... no signs of tracks, so... Ah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, he bolted. Well, he wasn't even in the mission area. But, okay, he went this... Ah, okay. He doubled over his tracks. I hate when they double over their tracks. But yeah, who knows? He was gonna plod nicely along here. But, of course, that wind got to him. He was like, no, thank you. Not even gonna remotely check that out. So, we don't have much time left. I'm just gonna chill out in this blind for the rest of it. Hope that I get lucky. It's starting to darken, like the sun's going down. I don't know if this is the best time to be here or not. Whatever time this moose comes trotting through. Because the only thing I can think of is if there's anything over here crossing over to here or vice versa, but the problem is there's water here for them to drink at as well as here, so I don't know if an animal would go from here down to here or whether it would actually cross over. But I guess resting zones and feeding. Alright, well, we might get lucky. At least I can call you. Good direction, because I mean, it's definitely going to be in the mission area. can't smell me for now. Inventory. Get rid of that. Coyote would be a nice bonus because it'll go towards Fiona's mission too. As long as the wind just doesn't swing around. But yeah, why am I not surprised it's over there? Like seriously, it seems like every animal comes from over here where there's this thick bunch of trees. Actually here. So even if I got rabbits, it'd be sweet if rabbits set up shop here. I don't care about the harvest check when it comes to them. So I'd just use a rifle and pop one. But yeah, we'll be hunting coyotes from a blind later on too, I think. They're just such a super useful tool. Because I mean, despite me having the white line, I'm actually like not visible. I mean, obviously if it comes trotting up out of nowhere up to like here, it'll be like, ah shit, and run off. But you don't have to worry about finding a tree that will give you good cover. The only thing you have to watch is if you put your blind down on land that's not totally, I say totally flat. You want your land to be fairly flat like this, because otherwise you can have problems with the bottom and top of the blind. I have had one time where I set one up on a bit of an angle and then there it is. Now just stop moving, please. Not quite what I meant. Not stop moving when you're invisible. Of course, my tent's in the way. No. Okay, dude. Really want you to stop. Good enough. Nice. Right at the end of the episode. Yeah, so I had a shot like that, and because the blind was on a bit of an angle, I actually fired and hit the very top of the blind. Well, the top of the cover of the blind. That part there. Even though my rifle looked like it was, you know, outside of it and all that, it, huh, okay. In the neck. It wasn't a good shot, but yeah, it's like its chest and it looks all feral, all fluffy. So yeah, the spine doesn't seem to count as a vital organ, but the neck, I don't know. I shot something before and hit the spine and it didn't count. but the neck bone does. Anyway, super happy to get that out of the way, especially nicely within the time of the episode. That bear's... God, why is this so sensitive? Damn, I wish I hadn't made so much noise. No. That wind's in a terrible spot. There we go. No, there we don't go. I don't trust that. That lip. Damn. I know we're out of time, but, you know, a black bear right there would help. Hope's mission, but no. The other one took it's a shame that I didn't realize that there were two. I mean, I heard that one call out just before I shot the coyote, but I was like, I don't care at all. But I wouldn't have come barreling out like I did. Did that not hit it? I'll quickly go have a look. I can always pick up my blind in that next episode, doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't see how that didn't hit. That's the one thing I hate with the Magnum. The one round. It's great for its recoil, but yeah, what was that garbage? I don't see how I missed that. Unless it actually dropped down quicker and I fired over its head. We're not going to worry about that right now. Let's have a look. We got harvested black bear was down within 40 meters. That's stackable. That should be one of two. Nice. So that's a bonus. And then Runichi. But that's it for this episode. Real happy with how this one went. Was not looking forward to the Mr. Black mission, so to get him out of the way on the first try, awesome. And was not looking forward to this stand one, because you're at the mercy of them, but they always seem to come from that direction. So if you're doing this mission and you're having trouble, Murphy's Law is I'll tell you to set up basically where I am, but then you've got the bears right there, so maybe not. But either way, next episode, we will continue bear hunting in Belmont. We will try to get one within 40 meters, which could be a problem because I don't have a caller. I think level 16 I might unlock it, so we're nearly there. But yeah, we might just drop off to a random place like this or two. Hopefully get a second coyote. And we might look at some Roosevelt elk and Runichi Heights. So until the next episode, thank you very much for watching and take it easy.